Morning. Beautiful, beautiful day here in Victoria. Anyways, happy days. Another 100 some pounds of coffee this morning. That pile has plateaued. It's right at about 140. It's 5 days since I built it, and the last 2 days it's kind of just plateaued around 140. And I should probably let it sit until it starts dropping, but it's cold, and this is gonna warm me up. So what I'm gonna do is flip it. I'll take you guys in and just show you real quick, but I'm gonna flip it, and I think what we'll do is we'll speed it up so you can get a little steam vision, and then we'll look at what's going on in the middle of the pile here. All right, so as you guys can see, I've just dug out the kind of the center as much as I can and put that around the perimeter there. Everything looks good. It's nice and hot. It smells like compost, not like anything anaerobic, which is really nice. I am adding a little bit of the coffee that I got, but I'm actually going to be building another pile here soon, hopefully tomorrow, and I'll be saving some of that for that pile as well. And then here's all the bags here. I've just got them sitting in water, and then I'll use some of the water as a bit of an activator. And on our last video, Ali D, I don't know if you guys know her, but she always comments on our videos. She's got some great advice about drunken compost. So if you have like just a static pile, or you don't have a lot of room, it's a really simple mix that can actually help activate your pile and speed up the process. So definitely watch for Ali D in the comments. She's always got some good tips and tricks. So yeah, back at it. All right, so through the magic of YouTube, we're back. It's actually the next morning, to be absolutely honest. There was a little problem with the director hitting the button on the camera there, but got it flipped yesterday. It took me about 25 minutes all in, and yeah, she's already up to 120, 125. So that's great. But I was curious last night as to how many pounds of coffee I went in there. So I went and added to the coffee pile again this morning, and I grabbed one of the bags, just kind of middle range bags. There's some obviously heavier and lighter bags, but I weighed it and it was about 22 pounds. So I pulled all the bags out of the garbage can that I had stewing, and laid them out and counted them, and there was 20. So the math's pretty easy. It's about 400 pounds. So there's roughly 400 pounds of coffee in there. So one thing I'm kind of interested in is seeing what the coffee that's very acidic will do to the pH, and see what kind of job the biology will do in balancing that. I mean, this is going to be a really quick compost, probably a month and a half. It should be done, I'm hoping. So yeah, we'll see what the pH is. We'll test it when it's done. And just to quickly wrap this up, you guys know I love this platform. You guys have taught me a lot. A lot of you guys have taught me a lot, especially down in the comments. The comments are awesome. But last night, my last video I watched was by a fellow named Mark Mason over in the UK. He just changed his channel's names to Mark's Wildlife Allotment. fabulous channel. I think it was last November, 2 Novembers ago, he took over an allotment in his town and has done a absolutely phenomenal transformation. So what I did was I went back and watched it from day one when he took it over, and I'm slowly working my way forward. Highly recommend doing that, by the way. Highly recommend watching the progression of people that you watch. But yeah, if you want to see a cool transformation, I would definitely check that out. It definitely has the Terry King feel, but on a much more kind of like not a permaculture, I don't want to say that, but it's you know, he has like some food forest ideas and some hugelculture stuff going on, and he just built this wildlife pond, which is phenomenal. And then this morning, the first video I watched, completely different side of the world and kind of a completely different view of gardening, or not view, but just way of going about things, was Janey from Dig, Plant, Repeat. Awesome YouTube channel. She lives just in Northern California, just north of San Francisco. But great channel. She does a lot of stuff for real beginner gardeners, and she is fairly new to gardening as well. But she built something this morning that was just awesome. Total potager style garden. She went out in her little MDX, and they have the same kind of curbside collection as we do up here. And she went and picked up a whole bunch of twigs and branches off the street and interwove them and planted her first first official veggie garden. And I was just blown away. And you can tell by her almost giddiness of building this with her head and her two hands that she is super stoked about it. So we'll link both those videos for you guys. I highly recommend checking them out. They're great channels, and two totally different ways of gardening, but that's kind of what it's all about. I love that about this community, that I can go from one style to another style and learn from both. So yeah, it's really cool to keep an open mind, and you can learn so much stuff from so many different perspectives out there. It's just phenomenal. And they both have great comment sections, so highly recommend, while you're watching the videos, go down and read some of the comments, because yeah, it's taught me a lot as a new gardener. So yeah, anyways, compost is cooking, and it's early enough in the morning that I can get busy doing other things for other projects that we got going on. So awesome. Hope you guys have a great weekend, or maybe by the time this comes out, hope you had a great weekend and are having great weeks. But anyways, yeah, super stoked. All right, let's get our hands dirty. Come on. Stay up here, little guy. Stay up here. Round 2.